hope Tactics does. You got hostiles indicated on your minimap. Yeah, I have track humanoids right now, which I should probably swap back to track herbs, but yeah, let me do that. Alright, here we go. What is this? Attempt number 3? See if we can do it this time. Feed my pet. How we doing? Did it get a loyalty level already? It did already. Oh my god. I just forget how fast you get loyalty in Classic, man. It's really not too bad shit training a new pet, is it? Isn't it? Rank 2 bite. Is he 20 yet? No, not 20 yet. Rank 2 bite. And we can also train armor. Armor and stamina. That's sick. Alright, he should be way stronger now. He has some kind of focus thump. Make sure it's on autocast, yeah. If anybody has figured out how to get a pet bar to display with this add-on setup, man, there might be one of you big brains lurking out there in the chat. It would be much appreciated. Any help? I've been trying. I went into that on, tried to delete the pet bar out of the Lua file. That's what people were telling me to do. No luck so far, though. Track Lavender. When will you run SFK? Probably want to get 24, so we'll try to blast out a couple levels. So maybe like 2 hours, 3 hours from now. Shadow resist for SFK. Shadow resist. What do you mean shadow resist? I'm not following. Would be nice though. A lot of shadow damage for sure. One thing that's good in SFK, they have a bunch of mobs with like an AMS type effect, like a anti-magic shield, and we're going in there with Rogue Hunter, so that's going to be a non-factor for us, which is awesome. Okay, let's be careful. Let's get inside here. Start chipping these guys down slowly. Make sure we're as high health and med as we can going into this fight. See if I can shoot this guy from over here. I can. Alright. So, while these guys are being engaged, they might come from behind us. To keep that in mind, I'm going to move up really early. Face this way. And Toric is already kind of low health, if you can see. I wonder if I can bandage him. Or does he heal back up? See, one way to tell. Yeah, you can bandage him. Okay, so we're topping him up right now. I'm gonna get threat with my pet on this guy. I want him to be as chunky as possible. Here they come, here they come. Please don't be on us. Please don't be on us. Okay, they're walking around in there. I can get off a frost trap. Beautiful, beautiful. Silverwing Warrior. Alright, let's go. Let's start attacking a little bit earlier. We got initial threat. I'm gonna move up. How's Torque doing? Torque's still fine. That's his health right there. Torque is good. For now. I'm gonna multi-shot now. Try to pull one off to this trap. Okay, so the name should get trapped right now. The name should get trapped. Perfect. Good. Okay. Yo, so much cleaner, man. So much cleaner. Yeah, you just have to know what you're up against with this quest, right? So much cleaner, man. You love to see it. We're good now. In the clear. Right.
For the Horde!
For the Horde. Alright. Just gonna turn that back in. We'll do the Outrunners too. Real quick. And you know what? We could probably do the Warstorm reports over here as well, then Hearth. I like that. Hearth back to Crossroads. What happened to the Shaman? Shaman kicked the bucket, man. He died a couple days ago. 29, unfortunately. Where's Tactics? I was talking to him on Discord before I started up the stream. He's down to push SFK, so. Raptor over Carrion Bird. We were, yeah, it's a long story, man. We just basically tamed this dude, just for the fun of it, pretty much. We had a Carrion Bird a second ago, but this is a pretty legendary Raptor in the Barrens called Tac the Leaper. And he's a solid bet. Raptors do a lot of damage. They have more armor than a cat, less armor than a Carrion Bird. Can still learn Bite. But my Carrion Bird didn't have Screech because I didn't tame the one from Westfall. Yeah, let's go do a line. Oh, there's Sharp Talon right there. I wish I could kill him right there. Look. And that would be clutch. I don't have Ashen Veil Hunt though. Unfortunately. Double, triple check. Do I have Ashen Veil Hunt? No, I don't. I hate to see it. We'll be back for him though soon. Alright, here's the invis mobs you need. Oh fuck, we have Sharp Talon on us. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, dude. This is what happens when you play with action camera. Come on, Dax, get him. Alright, dude. I did not know he padded over there. Alright. That guy's a red mob to us right now. He hits super hard. He's the hardest out of the three to kill. We're fine though. Mark the skull. My buddy's almost dead though. Still chasing us? Still chasing us, huh? I mean, at this point, kind of just bring him into the guards. Alright, let's go back. Cut him into the guards. I mean, the thing is that he doesn't drop the quest item, though, unfortunately. I mean, I could, but without Ashen Veil Hunt, there's not a whole lot of point to it other than just the XP from him. Did you go survival? I was survival, but I respect BM for the dungeons. Because Tactics and I are going to try to two-man a bunch of dungeons. We could probably two-man SFK. I feel like we could get it done. I think we could two-man RFK and RFD as well. I think where it starts to get too hard in terms of soloing stuff, or two-manning stuff, is probably Cath. Right, I don't know if we can two-man Cath. Like, definitely Maradon. Maradon, you're done. Like, there's no more two-man shenanigans in Maradon. Especially with no healer. But I think we could probably get even through Armory and Library as a two-man. Right? I think it's just Cath. And you might be able to do Cath, actually. There's so much, like, technology for Cathedral in terms of, like, reset spots. You know what? I think we could do Cath. Yeah, I think we could actually 100% do Cath. Shutdown's coming. Sharp Talon's coming. That's kind of hurt. I think we could do Cath, right? You could kite the, you could kite Mogren around the waterfall and stuff like that. And people just know so much about Cath, and like you can easily run out of Cath and reset if you need to. I honestly think we could two-man Cath. But, I mean, like Uldaman, Maradon, that's where it starts getting super real with the dungeons. There's no way. We could probably three-man him if we had a healer. Yo, Besamati, how's it going, man? When did you make a hunter? Like 2 days ago or so. Yo, Tatanka, same thing happened to me at 25 yesterday, was able to kite though. Appreciate the 100 bits. You named his pet Tactics? That's fucked up? No, I didn't. It's named Tac. It's Tac the Leaper. It's a named mob in the Barrens. Alright. Need a couple more of these outrunners here. Let's try to find them. They're in biz. There's one. Camera setting is called the action camera. I thought last stream you said you could use a Super Mulgore until 60. You could. We're just having fun, man. It was. I don't think it was efficient by any means to go get this raptor over the carrion bird, but you know, he's a cool looking pet. He has a unique color to him as far as a raptor, and raptors aren't bad pets by any means. But yeah, you know, carrion bird would be better for sure. We can tame another one. With how fast you get loyalty level, though, it's not too big of a deal. Oh my god, he's on these invis mobs. Let me bandage. I have the shitty band-aids right now, 2 heavy linen band-aids. I gotta make some wool ones. Gotta look up for Sharp Talon as well. Pets have like 3 to 5% difference, but Screech is OP. No, it's more than 3 to 5% difference, unless you're thinking of something else. I mean, on the health front, there's a modifier from -10. I don't think it's -10% in the sense that they have 10% more health. It's hard to say exactly how much more health a pet would have. I don't think it's 10% more health, you know? They have this modifier from -10 to -10 to +10. But I'm not 100% sure it's percent. It's something though. Then on the armor front, it's from minus 10 to plus 13 randomly. I think it's turtles and crabs have plus 13 to armor, and then damage is minus 10 to plus 10. Then you have attack speed and stuff. The shaman died in 1k needles to some grim totems. Do a swap macro from cheetah to ox was just one button. True, could do. I mean, I have keybinds to spare at the moment, though. Are you just grinding or doing quests? I'm doing quests right now. I'm looking for invisible night elves right now. We're doing this Alliance Outrunner quest. So there's invisible rogue type night elves all around us, but we can't see them until we get close. There's these oozes. Here's one right here. This one's already in combat with this camp, though, so we probably won't get credit. Yeah, we don't get credit. Take the suit. Picked up the armored board from RFK a couple days ago. Yeah, those are great looking pets. Absolutely, man. Which color did you get? There's 3 different variants, right? I love personally the gray and red one. It's like gray, black, and red. It's just so zug with orc. It's amazing. I might get that pet for a little bit just for the fun of it. It's probably the coolest looking pet in the game to me. Armored boar. So sick, honestly. What's on your head? What do you mean by that? I don't have a headpiece on. Is board best for speed leveling because of charge? It's hard to say. So when I watched Ampi do a duo run on the Alliance side on Dwarf, he did go boar. And it's hard to know exactly his thoughts on it. When you watch him do his record-breaking speed runs, he's using an owl pretty much the whole way. And I don't think it's necessarily because he thinks owls are 100% better across the board. I really do think that when these speedrunners play, it's just all gas, no brakes. And they don't even necessarily take the time to get next ranks of focus stumps unless it's super convenient for them to do so. They just go, and they don't really want to sweat having to tame new pets. So there's that aspect to it. So on Alliance, they pretty much just go owl. And on Horde, they go cat most of the time, I'll tell you. Even though I'm not the biggest cat buff, personally, you see them go cat. And it's, there are other pets that have basically better stats than cat. Even raptors, we just said a second ago. Okay, this is kind of bad. Okay, stays off. Might have to run here, actually. There's shark talon coming. Oh my god, I'm netted, dude. Okay, we need the pet to come on this guy right now. Come on. The net, very spooky. We have a reinforcements camp down here, thankfully, though. They'll help us fight stuff. Come on, help me fight this thing. Help me fight this thing, undeads. He's about to net me again. Alright, these things really don't give a fuck about my well-being. They'll help you fight shark talon, but they won't help you kill a spider, I guess. Or an ooze. Bruiseweed behind us, can't leave that. Need 2 more outrunners. I really should make some better band-aids. What site do you use to compare pet stats? I have a guide on it myself on my YouTube channel, and I have every single breed laid out with the stats. If you just type in like Hunter, Field, Manual, Cargos into YouTube, but most people use Petopia Classic, and it shows all the pet abilities there. Yo, Liz, good to see you. How we doing? I saw that clip on F's on the chat yesterday with the Pirate Cove. That was insane, man. You like 20 mobs on you. Alright, let's look for a couple more of these outrunners. What is the worst pet? Worst pet? Worst pet. Man, worst pet? Let me think about this. It's not Monkey. Monkey has the Thunderclap. There's something. They have decent stats on the Monkey. Crab and Turtle have some decent niche utility. Carrion Bird's good. Owl's good. Wind Serpent's good. Those are all like very viable. Wolf is viable. Let's think here. There's got to be one. Just no Focus Stump. Dog shit stats. It's got to exist. Let's think here. Spider. It's probably Spider. In the sense, you could train a Spider to get like a higher rank of Bite or something, but there's no net. There's nothing. Like the stats are pretty bad. It might be Spider.
How may I
Let me think.
aid you?
Throw some ideas out there in the chat. We'll see. Hyena. Yeah, I have to remember the stats on Hyena. Yeah, Hyena is definitely, for sure, could be up there. I feel like Hyena would have similar stats to Wolf, but couldn't use Furious Howl. So yeah, that seems pretty nicheless. Hyena's a good pick. Plane Strider? Yeah, Plane Strider's horrible. That's probably the worst. Plane Strider. Don't you dare say Plane Strider Masranachi is Biss. Yeah, man, I mean... It's probably Plane Strider, though, let's be honest there. Croc? I think Croc has a decent bundle of stats on it. And actually, it's a good balance of armor, damage, health. The main thing about Croc is it doesn't have any speed bonus. It's kind of in the same boat as Raptor. They both have pretty decent stats. Raptor has great stats, just better than Cat pretty much, like across the board, but it can't dash the Raptor for some unknown reason. And like I said earlier, in TBC they give Raptors the ability to dash, because I think Blizzard was like, what were we doing? Okay, we are done with this quest. Let's get out of here and try not to aggro Shark Talon. Okay. Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's coming. Shark Talon's coming. He's coming. This dude has an aggro radius of the decade. Alright, let's get out of here. That's on him. Gotta turn to this Warsong report. You know what though? You wanna just kill this guy? That pissed me off, man. Let's probably bring him to the guards. We have to turn in a quest here anyway. Where's my pet at? Oh, he's dead? Okay. Guards are on him now. Look at this. I've hit him with so many attacks, and I've just done no damage to him. Yeah, I didn't even get credit. I can't even loot it. Let's res up the pet. Gotta turn in a quest here. We'll go turn in that upper west northeastern Warsong report, then Hearth the Crossroads. Take a break from Ashenvale for a minute. We could just man up against Zormgar right now. That might be better. Just hump it out to Zormgar. I don't know. Maybe not. I think we'll go out to Zormgar once we're out by doing like Gorenzo Wrench Whistle in the Stone Talon area. We're right by Talon Deep right there. That might be the best time to go. We're chilling for now. What about crabs? Low damage, low HP, good armor. Well, the thing is about crabs, they have Shell Shield, right? Which I'm just when you're telling me what's a dog shit pet or like a terrible pet, it's a pet that is niche. It's nicheless. There's just no reason you would ever have it. I think there's possibly some niches to use crab or turtle. I don't know what those niches are. But Shell Shield is a on-demand like shield wall for your pet, you know. And I think us doing this type of stuff that we're doing right now, like Tactics and me, like 2-manning dungeons for some bizarre reason, I kind of feel like the turtle could be good, man. You could just use it as like a CC, like if there was a really hard boss target or something. Imagine it's Van Cleef. We could have gone into Van Cleef yesterday, and I had a turtle. And I tank Van Cleef and just shield wall with it, and the turtle just holds that boss into place and takes very, very, very little damage, and then we work on the other mobs, right? I do think the turtle could be pretty sick. Turtle is Biss tank, yeah. How does turtle generate aggro though? I made it just with right clicks, and I think you can learn bite, right? Turtle? They could learn claw too. I mean, crabs learn claw. I feel like turtles learn bite. But yeah, I mean, you'd just be using them as like a CC kind of, right? And I think if you were trying to just outvalue the mob that you're fighting, and just ultimate outvalue, you'd probably just throw up like Serpent's Thing, and then use all of your mana into Men Pet. So I actually think the crabs and turtles could be pretty good. We'll see though. What if you're running BM, then the damage increase from talent should help the turtle though. For sure. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it's gonna be exciting. So I almost think it was a misplay. Here's one interesting thing. If you're gonna go hardcore hunter, and your group is gonna be cool with you doing this, I would actually recommend that you tame the turtle pet, Kresh. Is it Kresh? It's Kresh, right? The name in Wailing Caverns. It's just the neutral turtle that's down on the floor of the instance because he has Shell Shield, and it's hard to get a turtle with Shell Shield. My only option to get a turtle now is BFD. That's my next option. I can tame the boss in there. But a Kresh is very low level. You can get it in your teens, right? And then you have a pet with Shell Shield. That's probably only going to be good if you're going to do some shenanigans like 2-man dungeons or do something weird. You know, if you're just going to play normally and just level up, he's probably not going to be better than other options. But just to have that as part of your toolkit, you know, a turtle in the pet slot in a stable might be kind of fun, right? Could never play a Screechless pet in hardcore. Yeah, no, Screech is for sure really, really good. The only thing is, too, I mean, you can just auto all the mobs with your pet, too. You know, Screech is amazing, don't get me wrong, but if you don't have Screech, you can just kind of like tab, auto, and generate some threat at the mobs. So, you know, you can still hold aggro against multiple mobs. But Screech is amazing. I mean, the damage reduction, the AoE threat. It works really well, just complementary with Bite as well. Just based on the cooldown of Bite and everything. Alright, where's Song Outrider updates? Wait, where's Song Reports? Yeah, we're good. Where's Song Oil? No, we're skipping this quest, right? Somehow Graze did this, man. No way we can do this though, right? Abandon this. There it is, rank 2. Oh, he's 20 now too? Okay, we're on the board now. This pet is about to ramp up. Have some impact. Got the new rank of Growl. Can train greater stamina. Okay, Warsong Outrun, here it is. Good. I think we Hearth now. Is this free-to-play hardcore? I mean, it's just we're playing on the official classic servers, man. So you gotta pay the 15, but you could waste money in a lot worse ways, right? Let's get rid of some of this linen. I don't think we need linen anymore. Now we desperately need meat. Let's not forget that. We could train our skills at 22. Don't feel like going to the city right now. I want to kill some stuff. Raptors only eat meat. How we doing on Ice Gold? Ice Gold supplies. Okay.
Walk with the earth.
Let's buy a ton of meat though. Like a ton of meat.
Go.
And we're almost able to use our next rank of arrows, which is a humongous upgrade. It's 23, right? 23 is the next rank of arrow. Big upgrade. Having that in time for SFK is going to be humongous. Let's buy 60 meat. Let's do that. 20, 40, 60. Cool. Very good, very good. We have enough arrows to get us to 23. What do you guys think? I think so. We're like 1,200 arrows or something. Should be fine. Now let me change this pet macro to haunch of meat. Actually, that might be it. What we have under the pet macro. Yep, haunch of meat. We're good. I forgot to train rank 3 bite in Ashenvale like an idiot. But it's okay. I think the only mobs that have rank 3 bite are like the bears on the west side, so it's not too big of a deal. We have rank 2 bite, it's fine. We have some quest turn-ins in Ratchet, Harpy Lieutenants. Do we even bother with that stuff though, Harpy Lieutenants? Jen's Empty Keg.
Talk to me.
We have the Escape. And Miner's Fortune done. Yeah, let me turn these in Ratchet real quick.
Blood and thunder.
Or would you suggest leveling for a new 32 Horde player? I'm new. TY very much. 32. You could level in. There might be some stuff left over in Stone Talon. You might want to double check that. 1,000 Needles is really the main zone that comes to mind. Shimmering Flats, Thousand Needles. You might be able to dip your toes in the water with Stranglethorn Veil, but you gotta be really careful there, man, because stuff is really high level. You're only really able to do some of the very, very early quests, some of your masteries, and some of your ground goal stuff. All the Booty Bee quests are a bit out of reach. That's what you're looking at. If you get ganked, does it count as a death? Yes, it does, but we're playing on a PvE server, so we'd have to really like shit the bed pretty hard in order to get in that situation. Do this Serena Kite? Yo, we could.
Spirits be with you.
Yo, we could. We could try it. I'm down. I'm down. That's such a good idea. Yo, amazing idea.
What's up?
I'm down.
Keep
I
it
am
real.
down. The Serena Kite. Let's do it, man. Thing is, we don't have sticky glue for it, though, right? Which should still be okay. But we're going to have our pet. I'm so down. What a great idea. What a legendary big brain in the chat. Who said that? Chuddles. Good, yo, good call, man. Yeah, let's try to do that.
Yo, have a good one.
Stacking coins. This gives us a good amount of money. Gold money bag. 6-slot bag. Let me see how my bank's looking. We're gonna have to make some potions before SFK. Buy a bank slot. Throw the 6-slot in there. Throw my herbs in there. Gonna vendor that.
Friend.
Yeah, our herb situation compared to our shaman is looking pathetic, man, I have to say. I'd really like to be able to get some healing pots, so we gotta check Stone Talon, see if they have that. What is this? Blue leaf tubers, smart drinks. Blue leaf tubers is RFK, yeah.
What do you
We'll need
mean?
that. Yeah, let's go do the Serena Kite.
Go
If you don't know what I'm talking about, you
victory.
will soon find out. This is some awesome tech that Ampi showcased during the Duo Leveling Cup. He did it as a duo, though. We're gonna do it as solo. It should be fine to do it as solo. We just have to be careful with pulling stuff en route to Crossroads, right? One man with no glue. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll give it a shot. I've heard that Orc Hunters are amazing in TBC, but can you quickly explain the main reasons why? They are just so good across every possible front, man. There's nothing bad about Orc Hunter. Everything that comes to the table, racial-wise, is high impact. The stun resist, super high impact in PvP, even though it's reduced to 15% in TBC, still amazing because you're in this like templated environment where there's no more consumables, there's no more faps, stuns, like weird stuff from items. You're just in an environment where you're getting stuns thrown at you for like 4 to 5 minutes sometimes, 3 to 4 minutes. So high impact there. Also, the main thing that's probably the main #1 reason why they're so good in TBC is that this spell here, Blood Fury, it remains a 2-minute cooldown, but it not only buffs melee attack power, it gives you RIP as well, and it also gives you spell power, spell damage. So I think it gives you like 264 or 284 spell damage, and it gives you like 313 or 315 attack power. So it's an on-demand damage steroid cooldown thing, 2-minute cooldown comparatively to Berserking, which is a 3-minute cooldown. And you know, Berserking is amazing in Classic because the fights are so short that you can do that like little thing where you take off your gear, put it on, pop a demonic rune, start the fight with 10%, and then, you know, just burst down the boss in a few seconds in sub 1 minute. But on a lengthy TBC fight that might be lasting like 10 minutes or so, 10 plus minutes sometimes, like how long is an Illidan fight? You know, 3 minutes versus 2 minutes, you're looking at way more usages of Blood Fury over Berserking, and it might be dangerous or just not possible to like get yourself low enough mid-fight as a troll. So they kind of outclass trolls on that front. And then the pet damage, command. In TBC, your pet's just going to be doing way more damage. It's going to be a huge factor in your damage. And there's pet scaling in TBC, so as you get more attack power, resistances, damage, all of that stuff, your pet will benefit and scale with that. So this 5% is more impactful. In PvP, your pet does a huge amount of your damage. In PvE, does a huge amount of your damage. Everything is just amazing. Alright, let's go try to do Serena Kite. Pet damage in TBC is disgusting, yeah. Careful, she's Cyclone's pet. Okay. You can remove wound poison with Blood Fury. I heard that, yeah, I heard that. And then you can have your Blood Fury debuff like bopped off of you, which is, I don't know how useful that is, but it's interesting to know, right? Because I think your Blood Fury debuff on you, like the Mortal Strike type thing on yourself, you can use it to override wound poison, and then a pally can like bop you and remove that. I remember some of the big brain gladiators saying that that's something you could do. But even in an arena setting, like as a hunter, yes, it is scary to Mortal Strike yourself essentially with Blood Fury, but there are going to be situations where you're pushing in, pressing in for a kill, and right, you're focusing down the druid or something, they're running away, and you're just trying to generate a little bit more damage, a little bit more tempo to seal off the kill, I still think it's going to be pretty useful to use Blood Fury even in a PvP environment. We'll have to see, like maybe in practice it's not that great, but I'm saying even in the arena. I've been leveling a Troll Hunter, now you make me a roll Orc. If you're thinking about TBC, man, I'm going to be honest with you, I would reroll Orc, yeah. You still got time. Yeah, I would reroll Orc right now. If you want to play your Hunter in TBC. Orcs are just insane in TBC. And I'm not trying to like rain on your parade or anything, but you don't want to reach a situation where you just like regret being troll. So Night Elf, yeah. I mean, if I was going to Alliance, I would go Night Elf. Men Pet TBC is so good. Oh yeah, Men Pet and TBC. Oh my god, don't even get me started, man. Hunters live the best life in TBC. You see how Men Pet right now, folks? Channeled ability. Right now, as I'm channeling this, I'm getting no spirit-based mana regeneration, 0 ticks of it because spirit-based mana regeneration only resumes after a channel concludes, right? So there, in TBC, Men Pet is instant. You just use it, and it's just like you put like a regrowth on your pet or a rejuve on your pet. It's instant. So that allows you to just get your mana back, ticking back earlier. It allows you to keep Men Pet with like 100% uptime if you want while you're damaging. Because in Classic, you pretty much have to choose either line, right? You have to go for the Men Pet line, where you try to squeeze out value over time by just pumping Men Pets into your pet. Or you want to get some damage in and catch up with Men Pet later. There's, you know, in TBC, you can have your cake and eat it too, so that's huge. Yeah, no channel Men Pet, yep. When do you think they will release TBC? I would say like summer to fall of next year would be the most aggressive and realistic time frame. Yo, Tactics in the house though, man. You still down for SFK, my man? I was hoping to maybe get 24 Tactics. Do you think we could do it at 24? Leveling right now? Okay, sick. Awesome, yeah, we'll try it at 24. So I'm about to like 60% of the way into 22. I still got a bunch of juicy arcs in Stone Talon, and I have all of Southern Barrens to do. If you count all those 3 rares plus Ashen Veil Hunt and stuff, that's probably 1 level right there. $24 before last boss is good. At least we go with 23.5. Okay, yeah, I'm down for that too. I know you're back in school, right, Tactics? So it's like, do you have time to play today? If you're on a time crunch too, I'm down to try this whenever. We gotta get deep into this harpy area to get these rings. Then once we get 6 rings, we're gonna kite Serena back to the crossroads, all the way to the crossroads. We're gonna kite this harpy from here all the way to here, around the back side of the crossroads, and then like just using rank 1 arcane shot because we're gonna be. You don't want to damage it too much so it dies before. We're gonna turn in the quest, get the Serena quest, which is the follow-up to this harpy rings quest. And then kill her. So we don't have to make 2 trips out here. That's the theory. Serena, it's not the elite. It's just a normal mob. It's not so much that she's hard at all. The cool thing about this play is that it saves you 2 trips, right? She's actually like, super easy to kill. But if you didn't do it this way, you would have to turn it in, like run back to the crossroads, then run all the way back here, kill her, then run all the way back to the crossroads and turn it in, you know? Right, there's our first harpy ring. Our pet's starting to hold a bit more aggro now, that's great. Great news. Gonna be here for a while. I'll take off Cheetah. And we'll fight this one at the same time. Gotta watch out for. There is an elite around here though. Sister with Orion, I think it's called. Yo, Nom Nom. Yo, good to see you, man. I got your message. I still got to respond to it. I think, I don't know exactly when we're doing the members stream. It was Winky's kind of idea. I was hoping to do it just during my normal stream time, which is like around 10 or 9 to 10 a.m. PST we start the stream. We'll see if he's able to make that. I'm not sure. It might be a little bit later, but we'll definitely try to line things up for your ding. Ladies and gentlemen, a pillar of the hardcore community in the chat, gracing us with his presence. Nom Nom HC, been here from the very start. He has a legendary narrative with his warrior journey so far. He's died a bunch of times, maybe like 5-6 times on warrior, 50 plus, 3 times I think, and he's stuck with it. He's persevered, and he's finally about to ding 60 after probably a couple months of efforts, man. So like that's gonna be huge for the community. Gotta throw you a hell of a celebration, man. Yeah, so many trips back to Dunmorrow, man. Finally crossing the finish line. And the thing about Nom Nom's things is he's never really, when Nom Nom hit 60 on his other two, there was like nobody playing hardcore at the time, right? So there was no dope celebration for him. I think you said, Nom Nom, when you hit 60 on your first dude, there was like 1 person online, and then when you hit 60 on your second dude, there's nobody online. Well, times have changed a bit. Alright. These rings are not dropping. Yeah, we got tacked the leap per square time. Yep. You recognized it from the model, huh? It's a cool looking pet. Come on, pet, get aggro. Appreciate the kind words. Just popped in to say hi, though. Yeah, that's true. Sorry, the mobile delay. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. Yeah, I know you got a lot of stuff going on in real life, but I'm really excited for you, man. Hitting 60 after all these months of hard work. You gotta throw a big ass party. What staff is that? This is the Crescent staff out of Wailing Caverns. We also have Venom Strike, so we're sitting pretty right now, weapons wise.
Fresh meat. I need to get closer. I can't use that yet.
Fastest pet in the game. Once upon a time, no longer, but yeah, he had the fastest pursuit speed out of any pet in the game. A part of me wishes they kept that stuff in, though, right? The only thing I guess about pet normalization that felt bad to a lot of people was that everybody just used Lupos, right? It was Lupos or Broken Tooth. PvE was Lupos. PvP was Broken Tooth. So Lupos is a wolf pet. It's a rare spawn in Duskwood. It spawns kind of in the center, the center of Duskwood. It just looks like a regular white-gray wolf. But the thing about him is he dealt shadow damage with his attacks instead of physical. So it just made him the best pet. I mean, it just bypassed all armor and stuff, and you could even scale his shadow damage out. So on one hand, the normalization fixes that. It fixes the absolute need to go Lupos. But some of the other parts of the pet stuff, like some pets having higher resistance than other, I thought that was kind of cool, right? Same thing with having different pursuit speeds, resistances. That stuff seems pretty sweet, you know.
Fresh meat.
Tauren might be better in arena though, seriously. Possibly. I mean, War Stomp is sick. The extra health is sick too. I think like a Tauren warrior in like tier 6 gear, I think somebody calculated it one time. I think it ends up being like 8k, or not 8k, what is it? 800 health difference, just from the Tauren racial in the standard gear. So Tauren could be good. I mean, the thing about Tauren though is they have, well, actually, the thing about Tauren in Classic is they have the biggest dead zone, right? Because of leeway. But in TBC, there is no dead zone. There's no dead zone in TBC. for a hunter, which is great news. Now, there's still a range where you can't ranged attack, right? You can't shoot something if it's right up in your face in TBC, but in TBC, you're able to melee them. The dead zone in Classic refers to like that no man's land where you can't do either, and you're just like a potato, right? They're just hovering in between melee range and ranged. So that's pretty cool for Tauren. That's a real strength for Tauren. And at the same time, they still would probably have longer, like, ability to hit targets from further away, because you have 35 yards base auto shot range, plus 6 from talents, plus another 2 point. What is the leeway range, guys? Exactly. What's the exact value again? I always forget this. I really need to. It comes up enough on stream that I really should know the exact value. What is it? I just say it's like almost 3 yards, right? Something like that. So I think it ends up being the type of thing where you can hit someone from 41 yards, 42 yards away as Tauren. But yeah, you don't have the stun resist, you don't have the extra pet damage, you don't have the damage steroid. I hear ya. I mean, if you were just determined to only PvP, right, and that's what you're going to do, that's what you enjoy in TBC, raiding is just kind of an afterthought for you, you don't really care that much, then I think, yeah, there would be a strong case to go Tauren. And there's, if you type in YouTube, like TBC Hunter Gladiator, there's this one dude, let me find his name. He plays Tauren Hunter in TBC. That's his preferred race, and he slaps. Yeah, his name's Draenax, or Draenax. Yeah, multi-gladiator, and he plays Resto Marksman in 2s, multi-gladiator. He has some really sick videos on YouTube, and he's Tauren, so. Undead in 2s, Orc sometimes in 3s, according to Big Brain TBC Arena players. Let's see here. Taurens for pure PvP are very strong, no doubt. Yeah, for sure. It's just when you factor in, like, most people want to do a bit of everything in the game, right? You want to do some PvP, you want to do some PvE, you want to farm. Like, if you just factor everything into the consideration, Orc, it's tough to justify anything other than Orc on the Horde side. And there is a downside in the sense that, yes, you get that extra ability to reach somebody as a Tauren, which is really good in a BG. Like, imagine you're a marksmanship hunter Tauren in the BG and you're just sitting up in the mountaintops, like, aim-shotting people. That's sick, but at the same time, you can be targeted from further away as well as Tauren. So there's always a pro and a con. Let's see, we still need 4 rings, guys. He's not dropping. No one seems to know the exact value of melee leeway, you know. It's 2 point something yards, right? Am I crazy, guys? I feel like if I had to guess, it's like 2.6 or something. Look at all those Venom Strike procs, man. You'll love to see it. Each one gets plus 10 damage. It's 1-to-1 scaling with my chest piece. My chest piece probably just get like 30 free damage there on that mob. Broken Wishbone. Venom Strike procking like crazy. It's not that big of a deal. Troll gets real good too. Why do you say that? I mean, I do agree with you. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not. I mean, it's player over racials at the end of the day most of the time. But if you're gonna talk about racials and the difference in racials, and you're going to like get on that wavelength and think racials are a big deal, then I do think like the difference between Orc and other ones are pretty significant for Hunter. Orc in almost anything. Is there any class that can beat Orc in TBC that shouldn't go Orc? I don't think so, right? Shaman. I mean, Shaman is. Yeah, Shaman. You might actually go Tauren. Yeah. Unless you're gonna go like Elemental or something. You still probably gonna work though, honestly, because you're probably gonna want to mess around with an enhanced and elemental. Just having this 2-minute damage steroid, I mean, come on now. 15% resistance to stun. You can get a meta gem for like 5% more resist to stun. And you get to play an orc, which is just one of the coolest, pretty much the coolest race. No complaints here. For rogue, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. If for PvP on a rogue, yeah, undead is. Most people would consider undead rogue the best on the horde side of things for sure. But again, if you factor in PvP, like no one's gonna yell at you for going orc rogue though. I mean, actually maybe they would. No Wotif. Sounds kind of rough. You could make it work though, right? I mean. This hunter's looking beast mode. Hey, Kigo, what's up, dude? Good to see you on the warrior. Back on your main class. You love to see it. I always enjoy watching people who main a class play on hardcore because they're going to be so seasoned and they're going to know what they're doing and they're going to be able to like navigate the class so well. It's really good to see you on Hunter again, my man. Warrior. Warrior is just so fun to watch too with hardcore. All the different ways to build the car. Yeah, grats on 60, Kigo. Kigo, his redemption run worked out. He died on Mage and Uldaman. We were in the group. He broke the Pally curse too, which is good. My Paladin, we're starting to think that it was cursed. Everybody in the groups with the Paladin dies. Kigo broke the curse, man. You love to see it. No aspect of the Hawk. We had it on a second ago. I turned it, well, I had it on cheetah. I just turned off the cheetah because we were getting meleeed, but good call. Found that leeway number. It's 2.66 yards. There it is. There it is, folks. Good to know. Let's just memorize that. 2.66. That's an easy number to memorize. Double six. 2.66. All right. 4 out of 6 rings. Once we get 6 rings, we'll start the kite with Serena. Five out of 6. Six repeating. The moment when that subpar hunter gets better parts because the aspect of the hot, hate that talent. Yo, so yesterday we did this episode of the Dark Portal, which is our weekly TBC podcast. We had a huge brain Warlock Theory Crafter on him, Fiery Wind. Him and Crix are trying to jumpstart the Warlock Discord for TBC. So if you're interested in that, go check out the episode. It has a link to the Discord in there. And the coolest thing, I'd say the number one takeaway from that podcast, even if you're not playing Warlock, this still might be interesting to you. It's the idea that you can play pretty much anything as Warlock and be insane, or be like very competitive and do big damage, including a Felguard spec. So that was like the first thing I'd heard in months that makes me think about like maining Warlock for TBC. The idea that you can use a Felguard in raid, have Soul Link in raid. Are you serious? Like that's just the coolest thing ever. The fact that you can be a Soul Link Felguard Warlock in raid and be competitive and be fine. No one's gonna meme on you. And also the idea that Affliction can be pretty good as well. And that the Imp does massive damage, and that your Imp is getting 13% spell crit from your party in raid, and that your Imp doesn't run out of mana because their Shadow Priest will just keep giving it mana. He got me kind of hyped about Warlocks, man. Thinking about it, I had no idea. You know, I learned so much from that episode, man. Also the idea that I've been saying for like weeks and weeks that Warlocks are the kings of AoE in TBC. And they are, don't get me wrong, they are, but it's still not. They don't blow mages out of the water. They really don't. And I thought they did, but apparently, mages that are spec'd correctly into arcane power and have icy veins, they do insane AoE, even more than locks sometimes. And the thing about mages that kind of actually set them apart on the AoE front is that they get 40% AoE reduction on arcane spells, so they can go way more ham with arcane explosion than warlocks with seed. So see, that's what I'm saying, man. Just learn so much every day. Like now I know actually mages are pretty solid with AoE. Lock is OP in TBC. Yeah. Felguard, yo, I love the look of a Felguard. Being a Soul Link Orc Warlock that gets to use the Felguard unironically to raid? Come on now, that's got to be inspiring some people. You have this, like, armored demon that can cleave and intercept. Oh, it's just... that does... He was telling me that the Felguard has, like, 10k health, too, at 70, and has a lot of armor, and it's just... He has, like, as much health as players sometimes, some players, at least. So, I mean, just thinking about all that. So hype. You don't have to go DS Ruin, sacrifice your succubus, pump shadow bolts, and immolate into the target. You can actually... That was news to me. That's what I was thinking the Warlock life was going to be. It's pretty much like similar to the classic life. Yeah, you do have a threat dump, but at the same time, threat is still a huge issue for you as a Warlock. Raptor Pit, I've never seen a good time with them. Yeah, they're good, especially in the early levels, just because they honestly have just objectively better stats than cats. They do. Like I think just across the board, right? Like they're literally just better than cats in every possible way, other than they don't get the ability to dash, but you don't get that till much later. I think the earliest pet with dash is 31 or 32 or something. I have to look it up, but in the early levels. And some people just go cat just so they don't have to bother. They can use that cat till the end of the game, right? So it's kind of just a quality of life. Fuck it, I don't want to retame another pet later. It doesn't take that long to get the loyalty levels back up. But in terms of damage, armor, I don't think there's anything the cat is superior to Raptor on. I could be wrong. Somebody might find it. They have more armor, but they have less HP and attack and slower attack speeds. Well, the attack speed doesn't matter. Or if it matters, it's so trivial that it's I mean, everything is like normalized, right? It's not PvP. But yeah, if you were playing on a PvP server, that might be an implication. Yeah, that could be a big implication. If you're on a PvP server, you want just the faster attacking pet. But I think I can look it up. Yeah. Let me see. Topia. So Raptor is 0.95 to health, 1.03 to armor, 1.10 damage. And cat 9.5, 1.03. Let me look at this. Okay, so cats have slightly more health than raptors. But raptors have more armor. That's the trade-off. So there is some trade-off. Good to know. Cats have more health, but what's better, health or armor? Armor, right? Yeah, both can use bite and claw. Oh no, can cats use bite? Yeah, I think they can. Let me just confirm. Yeah, they can. Yeah. Shaman's dead. Yeah. Oh, do we have all of our? Yeah, we have all the rings. Okay. Guys, we're about to try to do something. We're going to try to be like Ampi. Silver Leaf, Briarthorn. I do want to loot this Briarthorn before we go, because I need to make more health pots. My potion game is weak right now, super weak. We're about to try to kite Serena back to the crossroads. People not a fan of turtles or gorillas? I'm a fan of turtles, man. We were just talking a second ago about how turtles could be pretty strong for doing the type of shenanigans that Tactics and I have been wanting to do with like the two-man dungeons and stuff. I kind of wish I had a turtle. If I had a turtle right now, if I had Kresh, I'd be taking him into SFK. But I don't. I fucked up. Forgot to tame Kresh. But gorillas, I don't know. I don't know about gorillas. They do look cool, and they have a cool animation, so I'll give them that. And they do have this thunder stomp thing, but it's on a long cooldown, and the stats, though, on a gorilla are not bad. Let me go look at the gorilla stats. Gorilla stats. Yeah, the gorillas are just a nice balanced stats. They have +4 to armor. Oh, no, they have +4 to health. They don't have any plus to armor, which is, like, that's worse than having, you know, you'd rather have the plus armor rather than the plus health. But they do have above average damage at +2. So. And then they get Thunder Stomp, right? Thunder Stomp is the gorilla ability. It's on a... It doesn't show the cooldown on this. I think Thunder Stomp... Is it 1 minute or 2 minute cooldown, guys? Anybody who's a gorilla pet, any hunter mates here? It does substantial damage, AoE damage. It's like a T-clap. It's a T-clap without target limitations, so it doesn't... You know, T-clap is limited to hitting, what, like 5 targets? This is truly AoE. It can hit like 20 million targets. Yeah, why use a pet with a 1 minute CD and a worse attack? I mean, there could be some kind of, like, if you had, like, 5 hunters with 5 gorilla pets, and you walk in there and you all T-clap at the same time, maybe you just destroy the mobs. It's possible. And if you're going to take it slow to try to, like, do something weird, you know, and you're just going to wait for the cooldown every pull, you can always think of some weird niche. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to see, right? Imagine, like, gorilla squad of hunters. They go in there all deep BM gorillas, and they walk into a bunch of mobs, and they straight up all T-clap at the same time. Plus health versus armor is only really good against casters, yeah. I mean, 90% of the time it's just going to be better with the armor. Anyway, let's try this Serena Bloodfeather strat. Okay, I want my pet to be on passive. I don't have a pet bar, though. Because I'm just pretty scuffed. So, we're going to just pretty much keep Serena tagged with a rank 1 arcane shot. Shot on my bar. I don't want to do too much damage to this thing. All right, here we go. Let's give it a shot. Just rank 1 arcane shot and like concussive shot to keep it in range. 5, 6, 7, 8 Mississippis. Just concussive. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just being conservative with the 8. I really hope I don't do too much damage to it. 7, 8. So we don't want to aggro anything too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How the hell are we gonna get around all this stuff? We might have to take... Oh my god, how are we gonna get through all this? 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I think we did it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Rank 1 arcane shot. It's your best friend for kiting. As Hunter, it costs like nothing. Oh shit, I hit it with a regular. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the thing is too though, I have to not, I mean like I want my pet to hold it, right, when I'm turning in the quest. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, we aggroed a... Put my pet on that one. Come on, keep it leash, keep it leash, keep it leash, keep it leash. Okay, we're good.
Relax.
So my pet to come back now. Concussive, back to cheetah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry about counting out loud, man. I'm just a goldfish. 6, 7, 8. I think we should be in the clear now. Got a long way to run, though. So how's everyone doing? Yo, it might. Thank you very much for the sub. Oh, yo, there's a Ezreal blood mark right there, or whatever that guy's name is. Where's the rogue? He is leveling as well. We're trying to get to like 24, I think, or 23.5 at least before we do SFK. So we're just kiting this dude back to Crossroads. Just renewing the leash. All right, there's some coal cart pats out here. Be careful not to aggro those. Get dazed. The Venom Strike procced on that one. Did unnecessary damage to it. We're still, he's about half health, and we're about halfway to the crossroads, so I think we're fine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Fresh meat.
So, oh, this guy attacks the bird, doesn't it? Remember when Ampy was doing it? Something over here by this hut aggroed onto the bird. So we have to be very careful about that, because I don't want to have any extra unnecessary damage on this thing. We'll go through this tree. 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost there. It's within sight, I think. Crossroads. 7, 8. Oh, that missed? Shit. Yeah, you can lose your leash on a mob if like your concussive or something misses, so you just want to be looking to make sure it connects when you hit it.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, we're almost there. We're a little under half health. We're doing okay on mana. Venom Strike proc again, that's unfortunate. The Serena's getting pretty low. And we don't have glue, so like the weird thing is we're gonna have to get like threat with my pet on this. How are we gonna do this, chat? Because we can't have this thing follow us into Crossroads. Like, do I set my pet on it now? Maybe, yo. We have to somehow have the pet get aggro with Growl. Thing is, the pet's gonna kill it! Oh, I don't know about this, guys. It might be GG. It's gonna get too low, man. It's gonna get too low, dude. It's so low right now. It has like 25% right now. I have to run up the tower, turn it in. Do I have anything? Do I have a slumber sand? Sticky glue? If I turn off this. Oh my god. How am I gonna do this? The Crossroads guards are gonna attack it, isn't it? I need some. Come on, pet. This is it. I mean, it's either gonna work or it's not.
For the horde!
Come on. Fuck! Motherfucker, it's dead. You think you need sticky glue, man. It's fine. Freeze trap? You can't freeze trap in combat, unfortunately. I think you have to finesse the... well, he had sticky glue, that was it, right? So Ampy brought it over here, and then he sticky glued it for like 10 seconds, right? Or you could slumber sand it if you had either one. I don't have slumber sand on it. Then you run it to turn it in, but... or you'd have to just do like the smallest amount of damage ever to the mob and bring it over here. It's okay. Or use distracting shot instead of rank 1. That's true. That would give him less. No, that would give him a lot of threat though at the same time. Like the pet's not going to be able to catch up with distracting shot threat. I think you need sticky glue, man. To be honest. Yeah, he picked up the new quest right there. I really think you need sticky glue. I think we had a sub or something happen. Oh, Gray's for the massive host. Yo, thank you so much, Gray. Dude. Is there any chip action or no? Is he still kicking Grace? Thank you so much, man. Let me shout out Grace for days. I mean, everybody here knows who Grace for days is, right? Grace is becoming a big streamer now. You love to see it. But if you don't know, Grace for days is like my brother from another mother, pillar of the hardcore community, like actual legend. Got like so much love for this dude. Coming up together, man, on the stream game, man. You love to see it. Tactics too. I don't know who Grace is. Just check him out. Got a gray head on his shoulders. Good person. Alright, do we go back and kill Serena again? Kinda want revenge, we'll just kill her. It's a level 20 quest. We get some money from it too. Good amount of money. Let's take her out. One day we'll be like, did they try SFK yet? No, we'll be trying it maybe in like an hour or two. We're trying to get to at least 23.5 or 24 to attempt it. What's the reason for all this? Bango asks. About what, man? Did 2 men SFK? Just for the fun of it. See, for the challenge of it. We did DM yesterday. I think we did DM as I was 21 and Tactics was 22. And we cleared all of DM as a Rogue Hunter, including Van Cleef, including Smite, with no healer. It was a lot of fun. It was a challenge. We had to use like save spots, tons of consumables, potions, coordination. It was so much fun. Yeah. So we're gonna see if we can do it with SFK as well. Oh, the kiting. Oh, the kiting was to basically see this quest here, Serena Bloodfeather. You have to get her head. The pre-quest to this was to get the 6 Harpy Lieutenant medals or claws or whatever it was. So we got the claws, we're going to kite her back, turn it in, accept this quest, and then just kill her right there at the crossroads and just turn it in right there. Just save this trip, but we're just having to do this trip now because we failed. Oh, the kiting, yeah, okay. There it is. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's Cake with the 265. It's gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Oh my god, it's Cake. What's going on? Thank you so much. That's a huge gesture of support right there. Really appreciate it. And that's a new name. I feel like I would have recognized that. Are you new to the channel, new to the community? Hey, thanks so very much. That is huge. The tier 1s. The absolute world. Good to have you in the chat today. Alright, let's go take out Serena. That DM pathing was so funny to watch. You were watching on Tactics channel? Yeah. We'll have to see if we can find a way to do it with the last boss, you know? I mean, we could do the strat where we bring him out of that room, like normal with the 5-man strat. That might just work right there. Thing is, we can't take too many shadow bolts to the face, right? With no healer. Those shadow bolts do a ridiculous amount of damage, so we're gonna have to be on point with LOSing them. If we're not on point with LOSing them, it could be really bad. The other thing that's really spooky on the last boss is it almost might be better to like solo him than duo kill him. And the reason I'm saying that is the MC. Like, what if I get MC'd and then just start pumping auto shots into Tactics? He's done, right? Or vice versa. What if he gets MC'd and just starts like backstabbing me or something? Like, then I'm toast. I'm super concerned about Ergal. But maybe we can hit up Tommy. See if he has any thoughts. He's like the master at cheesing dungeons. He knows like every safe spot in the damn game. Push Shadow Bolt slap, bro. You're dead already. Yeah, we'll have to come up with something. We can't eat a Shadow Bolt, and we can't eat an MC as well. We might be able to survive through one Shadow Bolt. Oh, Serena's not even up yet. Okay. Let's meat grinder some of these harpies. You plan on running Gnomergon for the insane pants? Yeah, I'm down to try to like 2-man Gnomer. Is that insane? 2-man Gnomer? I think it's possible. Rogue Hunter. I'm down. We'll have Feign Death and Vanish by, or Feign, well, Tactics already has Vanish, but I'll have Feign Death by then too, so if we do scuff it, it's not, we still have like a way out, you know? I'm down to try. 2-man Gnomer, no healer. Sounds like a challenge accepted. The only dungeons I really think you really can't do, even no matter how hard you, how much you want it, is probably like Maradon and beyond. There's just no way. Uldamon Maradon. It's just too much damage. It's like in another league, you know. Your pet can get MC too. I sure hope so, Tactics, because that'd be good. If my pet gets MC, then I can fear it, which would be, maybe there's a way we can bait the MC, man, to make sure that the pet gets it. Maybe I solo the boss Tactics until the MC goes out, and we'll see if it goes on the pet or if there just is no MC. I don't know. We'll have to tread very lightly. BFD is probably not as easy. Yeah, I think we could solo BFD. I've never even tried it, but like Akumai, you might be able to just like, yeah, I feel like BFD you could do. Like, imagine you just kite everything out to that whole water area outside, and you can just like keep jumping up and down the stones. There's got to be some way to just screw with them. There's that long corridor too, in BFD. I think we could get BFD done. 2-man, no problem. So what class you plan on playing after this one, Cargos? I'm not sure, man. I'm a bit spent on Shaman. We tried twice. Not sure. No idea. Maybe Mage? Maybe try an AoE Mage or something?
Fresh meat.
What happened to the second Shaman? He ended up perishing in 1k needles. Died to some Grim Totems. There's a clip in... if you go to clips on my channel, it'll be one of the top clips in the past few days. When will you level your main for TBC? This is likely our main for TBC, possibly. The thing that's really cool about Bloodsail, because we're playing on an RP PvE server, is that on a PvE server you can play both Alliance and Horde. So it'd be cool to have 60s on either side, and then just play both. So I mean, maybe have multiple hunters, maybe one Alliance, one Horde. But I'm likely going to play Hunter as a main in PvC, so this could be it right here. Still waiting for that thrilling Shadow Priest choice. Do you think TBC will be fresh or carried over from Classic? I would bet money that it's going to be carried over from Classic, man. I don't see them doing just a fresh for everybody. I almost think like the percent chance is 0. Right? The chance that Blizzard doesn't let people carry their characters over to TBC is pretty much 0. But there is other things that aren't decided. Whether they're going to have a couple fresh TBC servers, which I do think they will, just because I don't really see any reason why they wouldn't, just to have like 1 or 2. And then, you know, what they're going to do with Classic, as far as people opting out of TBC, or what have you. But if you look back at the history of Blizzard, Blizzard really doesn't like the idea of forcing people to start over from fresh. They don't like it. And they're probably right if they're just looking at the data. I think most people want to continue the story of their character and have it so like all the time they put into that character isn't for naught. Or most people don't love the fresh in all caps. I'll be rolling a fresh tune. Nice. Yeah, part of me would want to go fresh if they had it. But I think my days of playing on a PvP server, especially streaming and stuff, I think they're done. I think I'm going PvE. I've had such a good time on PvE. It's kind of like revived my Classic experience. I really enjoy playing on PvE servers. And I might not have enjoyed it if I knew there was no way to PvP. Like if playing on a PvE server meant that you couldn't PvP at a high level if you wanted to, then it would probably move the needle a bit. But the fact that we're playing in a world where there's cross-server PvP, right? There's cross-server BGs. Arena is cross-server. It's not just static for your server.
Been watching a lot of your YouTube videos and love the good attitude that you always have. Keep up the good work.
Yo, dude, $50, Charlie. You are way too kind, man. Happy holidays, man. Jeez, cheese and rice. $50 donation. Been watching a lot of your YouTube videos and love the good attitude you always have. Dude, that is so nice of you. Thank you so very much, man. Whoa, I'm fighting a hyena that's spitting poison at me? What is this? What if I tame this guy and get the poison ability? He doesn't though, but that would be sick, right? Maybe once upon a time you could get that. Dude, thank you so much for the 50, man. That is extremely generous of you, Charlie. A big shout out to you, man. Super good to have you here in the chat. Snort the Heckler, rare spawn hyena that spits poison. Dropping a 2 stand 1 strength cloak. Okay. I'll get rid of this up for now. My thing is though, you know, PvE servers to me just seem kind of better, dude. In the sense that if you're going to treat the world like a sandbox, right? I feel like we may have crossed that line in the sand, maybe. Not even just hardcore, but other communities as well. If we're going to treat the world like a sandbox and kind of do our own community events, game modes, whatever you want to call it, if you're going to try to do that type of stuff, PvE servers are a way better environment because there's less chance of griefing, people spoiling the party, right? You can do custom, you know, things. You can all meet up at Gurubashi Arena, outside Gurubashi Arena, and there's just more of a chance that you can pull it off because you're not going to be flagged over any random troll to try to mess it up, right? So I just really like PvE servers for that reason. You know, you can do more stuff like that. And then if you want to PvP with the best, with the creme de la creme, with the OG haptics, with the best, you know, BG teams and all that, you can just, you know, go ahead and queue up for it and be fine. Same with the arenas. But I guess back to my original point, a part of me would want to go fresh, but not sticking with the people that we have going here on Bloodsail and in the hardcore community is kind of a deal breaker. I want to stick together with some of the folks that I met. I want to stick together with you guys, you know. I've never felt more at home and more part of like a good, like wholesome community than I felt with the hardcore stuff. So a lot of us are kind of on the same page just to continue the party, continue the hype train right into TBC on this server right here. You know, it's a small backwoods server, but I kind of like that. I like that pace. I like being a bigger fish in a smaller pond, you know? So even though I do love Fresh, and I'm talking up Fresh all the time, talking about how good Fresh would be, I'll probably just play on Bloodsail. This Kigo's here, Nom Nom's here. I mean, all these people that are leveling up in hardcore, they're going to have 60s on the server. So they're going to be well positioned to play. Bloodsail is good. I love a Fresh PvE server, yeah. Yeah, so it's growing on you, right, Tactics? I mean, that's the thing. You went PvP. I think you went, what, Carolina to start? I went Scarum. And I think a lot of people had this expectation for a PvP server that it was going to be like everything and more. Like the game, it doesn't even count if you're not playing on a PvP server. I had a bit of that myself, you know, thinking of my, you know, people are gonna look down on you if you play on a PvE server. It's not real WoW. Totally shifted gears on that. Should Victory to Death have an endgame sister guild? I'm gonna have a bit of a doomer perspective on that. I don't think so. I think guilds, raiding guilds and stuff, are a ticking time bomb and a recipe for implosion, a recipe for disaster. Some guilds make it work, and more power to them. But if like my like anecdotal experiences have told me anything playing WoW, is that these raiding guilds only last so long, and it eventually actually tears people apart. And I saw that happen so very vividly with Scarum and our guild there, man. Some people have made it work. Like, you know, type something in the chat if your guild is still going strong from day one launch. Maybe you guys exist, but we had so many good friendships built up moving into Classic. It was like a giant party going into Classic. Remember all the hype streams? Remember all the theory crafting streams? You know, everybody was talking about Classic. We were so excited for it. Like, yeah, let's make a guild together for sure. Like, that's got to be the play, man. Let's stick together. A lot of I don't even keep in touch with a lot of those folks anymore. You know, people, you kind of almost, that's one of the beauties of hardcore too. Like, you get that social aspect, but it's not too close. You know, it's kind of like arm's length. You play solo mainly. There's no reason to screw each other over. There is no economy. There is no loot distribution in hardcore, and it just preserves like balance in the force. You know, people don't even aren't even given the opportunity to get under each other's skin. You know, and it works. So I feel like if we started a hardcore endgame guild and we started raiding together, the whole hardcore scene is going to feel more like culty. It's going to feel more cliquey. It's going to feel more hierarchical. It's going to feel more, and I'm just like, yo, that doesn't sound like a good time. People can like splinter off and make their own guilds, right? And go off and do all that. But I feel like hardcore and Victory or Death and these guilds should always just be like a totally neutral, kind of ambiguous like platform for people to like just be part of, you know? And there's never going to be any of that. All us together in guild prepping for next TBC and retail. Okay, so you're stuck together since launch, Dazanar? Yeah. Well, that's good, man. I mean, if you're still together, you probably have a good system, good group of people. They're all like kind of team oriented. More power to you.
Speak, friend.
Hardcore is so special because everyone wants everyone else to succeed, but just as much as they want to succeed themselves. Yeah, I hear you, Lesamos. That's so true. But here's the thing: these same really good people in this community have the propensity to be vicious and savage and turn their backs on people and like all that stuff. Like, even if you look at the raiding guilds that fall apart or implode, they're still comprised of good people, right? It's just when you have to give out finite resources and distribute it and then manage this raid and you have these expectations and people aren't performing or whatever, you're just setting people up to like backstab each other and to turn their back on each other, you know? Like, I really do feel part of the reason why hardcore community is so good is there's really no reason to hate on each other. You know, the incentives are aligned so that it just works, man. You know, I don't know if that makes sense, but where can I find about the rules on Duo? ClassicHC.net. If you type exclamation HC, I'll put in the chat for you. You can see. But I will say, and this is just, you know, anecdotal, right? But if I look at the PvE servers, if I look at the RP servers, I'll never forget. Classic launched, and we'd have these weekly meetings, and I'm a partner in the site ClassicWow.live, in case some of you might use it for the leveling guide, the gear tool, or something like that. I help build that site up with a couple other partners. We'd have these meetings every week. We'd get together, and most of us played on Scarab, and a couple of the partners played on ATS, and they played on PvE servers. It was so funny looking back on it. We'd get together and we'd be talking about the state of the game, and we were so sweaty and vicious and savage on Skyrim. It was like, I always kind of thought it was like the hood, you know. I kind of took pride in it in a sense, you know. Everybody's just so cutthroat on this PvP server, and we're talking about the meta, and the people on the PvE servers were just kind of like relaxed, chilling. Like none of this stuff really affected them. They're like, that's not how it is on our server at all, actually. You know, what you're saying about the layer hopping, and remember there was that time in Classic where you could actually respawn the boss inside the dungeon and kill it again for more loot. All that stuff, they were just like, yeah, that's not really even on here. And I guess where I'm going with this is I look back on Classic, and I feel like the people who played on PvE servers from the start, they have like less of a bad taste regarding the meta in their mouth, and a lot of those guilds are still going strong, and they're just chilling, man. Like they've just been having fun and chilling, taking it, you know. So,
looking for?
but then there are guilds, there are people who just live and breathe the sweat, right? Shout out to like Onslaught on Skyrim. I'm friends with a good amount of folks in there, man. I mean, like Ale, Dali's been nice to me, man. He's hosted me a couple times. These people, they just love it. It's like straight hive mind, dude. They know how it is. They know how guilds are laid out. They're fine with the structure. They don't take it personally, and they just go all gas, no brakes, no stopping, and it works for them. You know, there's a percentage of people that just, and they're still going hard to this day with an amazing like world-class guild and stuff. You know, so that's just my perspective on it. You know, going into TBC, I think a lot of people might think to themselves, yeah, probably not. Maybe I won't roll a PvP server this time. What am I even doing right now? I think we should we can go Southern Barrens, Silithid Egg Hunt, we can go... Oh, I'm about to ding 23 and get the new arrows. I should do that, huh? Let me just kill something. What can I kill? Let's go to Camp T. Camp T should have arrows there, right? We can do all that stuff. We're like, yeah. Yo, man, moving into TBC, what do you think is the future of vanilla? What will happen to people that just want to play vanilla? I don't know. There's always the ability to go back private. That'll always be a thing. The Mangos Light Soap repack core thing is solid. You know, it works. It's fine. So to a certain extent, even though Blizzard owns the IP, oh, look at Tactics. No arrows in Camp T, the big brain. So even Blizzard owns the IP for sure, right? And it is their IP. And I do respect that. They own the game, right? But at the same time, they kind of don't, in the sense that the community is able to spin up servers whenever they damn please, and people will do that. I'm not saying I'm going to do that, but if Blizzard took away Classic and it wasn't playable anymore, they moved these servers into TBC and there was no ability to play Classic anymore, people would spin up private servers. So you can rest at ease a little bit on that front, that people will do that, like for sure, 100%. And some people actually prefer the way private servers run things compared to Classic, you know, in the sense of they do ban multi-boxing. Anyway, I don't want to get down that rabbit hole, but so there's that. If I had to guess, I think they'll preserve Classic in some way, and if I had a recommendation for Blizzard, and I know they're likely smarter than I am on this, but being in the trenches here with the community and streaming and all this, I think it would be a good look for the people who love Classic to do just one fresh Classic server, just so that when TBC does come around, the folks that do like Classic, they have something to latch onto and something they can almost like defend themselves against the TBC hype with. They can be like, oh yeah, that's all good and fine, you're playing TBC, but we're actually excited for the Classic fresh, you know? And it would, I think that would be a good look for them. But I do think the way it would probably work is that you're going to have to like opt out of moving into TBC. They're going to give you some vehicle, some way, maybe you log into Battle.net and you character transfer like almost PTR style over to a Classic server, and then your character stays Classic, something like that.
Hail, we shall meet again.
What professions are you rocking right now? I'm Alk Herb right now, but I haven't been keeping up with it too much. Apparently there's no arrows in Camp T. I hate to see that. Let's just kill like a couple things though. We'll ding 23. And then maybe we can fly to Stone Talon has arrows, right? There's a bow here right next to the flight path. Oh, we can pick up Ashenvale Hunt. We could do Ashenvale Hunt too, like right now. Either way. We're kind of near Stone Talon. Let's see what quests I have over there. Let's just ding 23 real quick so we can get the new arrows. It's going to be a fat upgrade. Yo, Winky, good to see you. Type exclamation point .hc into the chat if you're looking for rules. Rule set. Yo, bet they do some. Oh, yo, what up, Alex? Yo, bet they do some stupid like TBC is a layer of your server. You opt in and then bugs out. Yeah. What up, Alex? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I have no idea, bro. I hope. I mean, what way would you like to see them implement it, Alex? Asking you, man. You've been here from the very start on that. How do you manage to play without your pet bar? It's not the easiest, but I know what the binds are. So for me, it's like simple. If I scroll up on the mouse wheel is send my pet at something. Scroll back is recall it, and then if I depress the mouse wheel down, the pet goes on stay. So like those are just the basics. You know, the only thing that really sucks right now is I don't have the ability to like visually confirm that my pet's on defensive or aggressive or on passive, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But I can also just go in here and mess with like the autocast stuff. So you know, it's you can play. But I need to figure out a solution for the no pet bar for sure. I'll try to work on it today. Why does your screen look like that? Like what? What do you mean, man? Someone said they fixed it for you. I tried it, I think, Tactics, though, but I couldn't, it didn't work. Remember, I tried to implement it, right? Tactics, right when we were about to do our run. Remember, I reloaded. I changed the Lua file. This dude fixed the Lua file, and I don't know, man. It just wasn't working for me. Check Stream Assets channel. I posted a link. Okay, I'll check it out again. Thank you very much, Strong, for your efforts. Just add pet defensive to the attack macro. Scroll wheel up and then pet passive to the follow macro. Yeah. Yeah, that could work, Real Dasta. That could work. I like it. Oh, but it's not a macro. It's actually bound to that. That's the thing. I could make it a macro though, but like, this is what it looks like. It's if you go to like key bindings, it's under. It's just here, right? Like pet action. I mean, it's okay. Ooh, fresh as ever carcass. We need this for Issue Mahale, okay? Forgot we had that quest. Oh, and maybe Isha Alwak too. Yeah, it's weird. 90% of PvP servers players are there to PvE. Lol, doesn't make sense. Yeah, man, different strokes for different folks. Some people just enjoy it. They love the PvP side of it. Works for them. I would just try to say to some people who are maybe on the fence, I don't know. The PvE servers, it's not, like, you don't have to feel like embarrassed playing on a PvE server or anything, man. It's like, it might be the play for you. Because you can still PvP. You can still queue up, play with the best, the latest and greatest, the best teams.
Fresh meat. What can I help you with?
What'd you name your hunter? Hunter is just Cargo's HC. And autocast toggle growl if you need Owatanka, he's right here. Oh shit. Owatanka, he's right here. That's the rare ant. Owatanka. I could go for some Owatanka right now.
Victory.
Move anything, Blizzard action bar's pet action bar. Thing is, my pet action bar doesn't even show up at all, though, man. That's the thing with my setup of add-ons, because I have kind of a wonky setup of add-ons, and Beardley's doesn't really have a